Hello students and welcome to the Botany Solutions of ANTS FT3. Now the very first question, it is from biological classification. Which of the following protists release toxins that may even kill fishes and other marine animals? So excessive growth of the protist Goniolax, which is a dinoflagellate, वो क्या कर रहा है? वो toxins release कर रहा है, which is harmful for the aquatic ecosystem. So question number 91, the correct answer should be option B, Goniolax. Now question 92. Which is the correct statement for bryophyte? So regarding bryophyte life cycle, the first statement is the sporophytic generation is diploid and sporophyte is dependent upon gametophyte. This statement is correct. So let's cross check the other ones. Meiosis takes place in reproductive organs and results in the formation of gametes. So in case of bryophytes, जो gametophyte generation है, it is haploid in nature. So it means meiosis cannot occur for gamete formation. The statement is false. The roots perform both function like conduction and support. Using the word roots for bryophytes technically tends to be wrong because they don't have true roots. What they have is root-like structures called rhizoids. Their gametophytic generation is the dominant phase which produces spores. यहाँ ये वाला part देखते हैं हमको समझ में आ रहा है कि statement wrong हो रहा है because even though gametophytic generation is dominant, it is not involved in spore formation. It is involved in gamete formation. So it means इस question में हमसे correct statement पूछा है तो पहला statement ही यहाँ पे correct था. So question number 92, the correct answer should be option A. Now question 93 is a match the column question. Cell organelles में lysosome, it does have hydrolytic activities, so A1. Ribosomes, they are involved in protein synthesis, so B3. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is involved in steroid synthesis, so C4. And D, centriole, that is involved in the formation of spindle, so D2. तो अभी अगर हम लोग इसको मैच करें A1, B3, C4, D2 तो करेक्ट आंसर हमारा यहाँ पे बन रहा है ऑप्शन B. Now question number 94, Phycomycetes produces. So in case of Phycomycetes, spores यहाँ पे क्या क्या बन रहा है? तो asexual spores में planospores and zoospores का formation होगा and sexual reproduction के time पे zygospores का formation होगा. So question number 94, the correct answer should be option A. Now question 95 is a numerical from cell cycle. How many chromosomes shall be present in a diploid cell at mitotic metaphase if its egg cell has 10 chromosomes? So what is important here is egg cell का chromosome number mentioned है which is 10. Now egg cell, that is a gamete which is going to be haploid. तो इसका मतलब हमें यहाँ पे haploid number given है which is 10. एंड क्वेश्चन में पूछा गया है कि डिप्लॉइड सेल के माइटोसिस के मेटाफेज में कितने क्रोमोसोम्स प्रेजेंट होंगे. सो ऑल द क्रोमोसोम्स ऑफ दैट डिप्लॉइड सेल दे वुड बी अलाइन्ड ऑन दैट सिंगल इक्वेटोरियल प्लेट एंड दैट इज गोइंग टू रिप्रेजेंट द टोटल डिप्लॉइड नंबर. सो इसका मतलब अगर हैप्लॉइड नंबर यहाँ पे n दिख रहा है तो डिप्लॉइड नंबर मुझे यहाँ पे 20 दिखना चाहिए. सो ऑल 20 क्रोमोसोम्स आर गोइंग टू बी अलाइन्ड एट दैट मेटाफेज प्लेट. सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 95, द करेक्ट आंसर शुड बी ऑप्शन D, 20. Now question number 96 is a diagram directly from NCERT. तो pigment system का यहाँ पे arrangement दिखाया जा रहा है. जो A यहाँ पे दिख रहा है that is representing the primary acceptor of the electron. ये इलेक्ट्रॉन रिलीज कहाँ से हुआ है? रिएक्शन सेंटर विच इज B एंड इवेंचुअली सराउंडिंग जो C हो रहा है दीज आर द पिगमेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स और द एक्सेसरी पिगमेंट मॉलिक्यूल्स. सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 96, द करेक्ट आंसर शुड बी ऑप्शन B. Now question number 97, select odd one out with respect to physiological effects of plant growth regulator which is an indole compound. So what I need to focus upon first is this fact that whichever PGR they are asking about here, it is an indole compound. So indole compound based PGR कौन हो रहा था? Auxin. So it means this question is related to the hormone auxin. Now next पूछा जा रहा है कि related to auxin which is an odd one out statement over there. So if you read statement C here, leads to early seed production in conifers. This is a very characteristic property which is observed in gibberellins. So not a property of auxin. उसके comparison में inhibits growth of axillary bud, so promotion of apical dominance, auxin. Induces parthenocarpy in tomatoes, again auxin. Widely used as herbicides, 2,4-D which is a auxin used as a herbicide. So वो तीनों match हो रहे हैं. Statement C यहाँ पे match नहीं हो रहा है. So question number 97, the correct answer should be option C. Now question number 98, ये sexual reproduction of flowering plants से related हो रहा है. Which of the following options is correct? Pollination gives the guarantee of the promotion of post-pollination events that lead to fertilization. This is a false statement. Just because pollens were transferred upon a stigma, that automatically doesn't guarantee that any kind of fertilization and post-pollination events जितने भी हो रहे हैं वो surely वहाँ पे occur होंगे. There is no as such guarantee. Statement B, the events from pollen deposition on stigma until pollen tubes enter the ovule are together referred to as pollen-pistil interaction. This is a description which is related to the topic pollen-pistil interaction and ये statement यहाँ पे correct हो रहा है. So हमसे correct statement पूछा जा रहा है. So question number 98, the correct answer should be option B. Now question 99, an assertion reason question from genetics. Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome and Turner syndrome are chromosomal disorders. तो assertion वाला जो statement यहाँ पे हो रहा है, that is correct. Reason, in Klinefelter syndrome, females are sterile. तो ये जो particular statement हो रहा है, ये statement false है. Why? Because Klinefelter syndrome, the affected individual tends to be a male here with an extra copy of X chromosome. So nothing to do with an affected female. So reason वाला पूरा statement ही यहाँ पे false हो रहा है. So it means assertion is true but reason is false. Question number 99, the correct answer should be option C. Now question 100, it's related to semi-conservative replication Michelson style experiment. Suppose 75 double-stranded heavy DNA molecules replicate twice in a medium containing N14. So initially there were 75 DNA molecules which contained N15, so ये heavy DNA था. According to the question, it is replicating twice in a medium containing N14. So इसका मतलब जब फर्स्ट राउंड ऑफ डुप्लीकेशन यहाँ पे होगा उसके बाद जो टोटल नंबर ऑफ डीएनए हो जाएगा वो इसका डबल हो जाएगा विच इज गोइंग टू बी 150. लेकिन N15 रिच पहले था, अभी वो N14 रिच मीडियम में ग्रो हो रहा है, तो जितने भी यहाँ पे डीएनए मॉलिक्यूल्स होंगे वो सारे के सारे क्या हो जाएंगे, दे आर गोइंग टू बी हाइब्रिड. वन मोर राउंड जब यहाँ पे रेप्लिकेशन होगा अगेन इन अ मीडियम रिच इन N14, सो ये फिर नंबर डबल हो जाएगा. सो टोटल डीएनए के मॉलिक्यूल्स यहाँ पे 300 हो जाएंगे. नाउ आउट ऑफ दीज 300 व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू सी इज, विल नोटिस दैट 150 डीएनए मॉलिक्यूल्स दे आर गोइंग टू बी हाइब्रिड इन नेचर, whereas जो रिमेनिंग 150 होंगे दे आर गोइंग टू बी कंटेनिंग लाइट नाइट्रोजन N14 होगा, सो वो लाइट डीएनए होगा. तो इसका मतलब जो अरेंजमेंट यहाँ पे हो रहा है आफ्टर 2 generations 150 डीएनए मॉलिक्यूल्स आर गोइंग टू बी हाइब्रिड, द अदर 150 आर गोइंग टू बी लाइट, या फिर उसको हम लोग नॉर्मल डीएनए भी बोल सकते हैं. सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 100, द करेक्ट आंसर ओवर हियर शुड बी ऑप्शन ए. Now question number 101, Papaver shows. So what is Papaver? That is poppy. So Papaver का जो कार्पल हो रहा है उसका अरेंजमेंट क्या हो रहा है, it tends to be multicarpellary. Now जो multicarpellary condition होता है उसमें फिर दो possibilities है, either the carpels are fused or they are free. So in case of Papaver what is happening, the carpels are fused. So it should be multicarpellary and syncarpous. The correct answer should be option D. Now question 102, graphical representation of biomass relationship between producer and the consumers is called. So जो भी biomass का arrangement हो रहा है throughout a food chain, उसका अगर graphical representation हम लोग बना रहे हैं, that will be called as an ecological pyramid. In the same question, instead of biomass, we could have mentioned energy, we could have mentioned number, because ecological pyramids 3 पढ़ रहे हैं हम लोग, for biomass, for number and for energy. So question number 102, the correct answer should be option C, ecological pyramid. Now question number 103, in this pedigree which of the progeny is younger? So what you have to focus upon here is, this is the first generation, so 1 and 2 they are the parents. These two parents, they have 2 children who are represented by 3 and 4. Now according to the rules of how we represent these symbols in pedigree analysis charts, what we have to keep in mind is, जो eldest child होता है वो सबसे पहले लिखा जा रहा है, तो यहाँ पे 3 will be considered as the eldest one, 4 will be considered as comparatively the younger child. Let's say this particular family, they have one more child, so child जो number 5 यहाँ पे representation होगा उसको हम लोग इस तरीके से लिखेंगे. So when I'm reading, the first one that represents the eldest and so on, younger हम लोग show कर रहे हैं. तो क्वेश्चन में पूछा गया है which progeny is younger, तो progeny 3 and 4 में से younger कौन हो रहा है, 4. So the correct answer of 103 should be option B. Now question number 104, this diagram, if you notice, this is from cell cycle and cell division, and this particular diagram is representing the transition of a cell to metaphase, जिसमें अभी क्या होने वाला है, the cells are going to align themselves on the equatorial plate. So question number 104, the correct answer should be option A. Now question number 105, assertion, replication on one strand of DNA is continuous and on the another it is discontinuous. So this is a true statement. That is why we have the concept of leading and lagging strands during DNA replication. So assertion वाला जो statement हो रहा है यहाँ पे correct है. Reason, the DNA polymerase works in 3' to 5' direction. The DNA polymerase doesn't work in 3' to 5' direction. The direction is 5' to 3', which means that addition of the new nucleotide, it will always happen at the 3' end. तो reason में वाला जो स्टेटमेंट यहाँ पे हो रहा है वो स्टेटमेंट ही आउटराइट यहाँ पे फॉल्स हो रहा है. सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 105, assertion is true but reason is false. So correct answer should be option C. Now question number 106, Verhulst-Pearl is associated with the equation. So the Verhulst-Pearl logistic growth, that was another name for the logistic growth model that we saw. And logistic growth model का जो formula हो रहा है, what was the formula? It is dN by dt equal to Rn in bracket k minus n by k. So question number 106, the correct answer should be option A. Now 107, net primary productivity is equal to. तो अगर हमने NPP का फॉर्मूला यहाँ पे देखा, so net primary productivity that is going to be equal to जो total production हुआ था, so GPP. So what is GPP? That is the organic matter synthesized by photosynthesis. उसमें से हम लोग सब्ट्रैक्ट क्या करेंगे, जो रेस्पिरेशन लॉसेस वगैरह है, सो मतलब माइनस यूटिलाइजेशन इन रेस्पिरेशन एंड अदर लॉसेस. तो ये जो फॉर्मूला हो रहा है उसका डिस्क्रिप्शन ये वाला स्टेटमेंट हो रहा है. सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 107, द करेक्ट आंसर शुड बी ऑप्शन बी. Now question number 108, choose incorrect statement. So these statements, they are related to chrysophytes, so diatoms and desmids. So what we notice is ये जो statement यहाँ पे आ रहा है, chrysophytes are found only in fresh water. This statement is false because chrysophytes primarily वो हमें marine condition में देखने को मिल रहा है. तो only in fresh water बोल देना ये false हो जाता है. So 108, the correct answer should be option B. Now question number 109, statement A, majority of pteridophytes are heterosporous. This particular statement is false. Why? अगर यहाँ पे हम लोग बोल रहे हैं majority of pteridophytes, not majority of pteridophytes are heterosporous, a very limited number of pteridophytes, they show the property of heterospory. So majority लिखने की वजह से ये statement क्या हो गया, false हो गया. Statement B बोला है in equisetum sporophylls form distinct compact structure called cone. So equisetum का जो diagram हो रहा है NCERT में, that's a very important diagram जिसमें हमें properly वहाँ पे observe हो रहा है a structure called strobilus or cone. And what exactly is that? That's a compact arrangement of sporophylls. So it means statement B यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, true हो रहा है. So it seems out of the two statements only statement B is correct. So question number 109, the correct answer should be option B. Now question number 110, a diagram based question from morphology. So this first diagram that you notice, you will see that this is related to aestivation, and in this aestivation there is a very orderly overlapping that we are observing. So इसका मतलब ये क्या होने वाला है, ये होने वाला है twisted aestivation. The second diagram that we have, this is from placentation, and what you notice कि जितने भी ovules यहाँ पे हो रहे हैं, it seems all the ovules over here वो center में freely arranged है, placenta center में freely present है, it's not attached to any axis. So this particular placentation is what? This is free central placentation. So question number 110, twisted aestivation, free central placentation, the correct answer should be option B. Question 111 is from Cell the Unit of Life, related to the fluid mosaic model. The quasi-fluid nature of lipid enable lateral movement of proteins within the cell membrane. It is measured as its. तो ये जो lateral movement हो रहा है lipid का, protein का within the cell membrane, this results in the fluidity of the membrane, and this is measured in terms of its fluidity. So इसका मतलब question 111, the correct answer should be option A, fluidity. Now question number 112, choose the correct statement. The first two subphases of prophase 1 are relatively short-lived as compared to pectitin. So who are these first two subphases they are talking about here? It's leptotin and zygotin. So pectitin, where actually crossing over is occurring. So compared to lepto and zygotin, pectitin is actually a comparatively long-lived subphase. तो यहाँ पे जो बोला जा रहा है कि the previous two, which are leptotin and zygotin, they are relatively short-lived, ये statement correct है. To cross-check, bivalent chromosomes clearly appear as tetrads during zygotin. This is a wrong statement. Why? Because in zygotin, synapsis occurs for the first time. So pairing of homologous chromosomes is happening, and that pairing we are calling to be what? A bivalent. लेकिन इस bivalent में each chromosome is made up of 2 chromatids. So total 4 chromatids मुझे दिखने चाहिए. But through further condensation ये appearance possible होगा, which doesn't occur in zygotin. ये clearly हमें दिखना कब शुरू होता है? Next phase, which is pectitin. So statement B यहाँ पे wrong हो गया. Crossing over is non-enzyme mediated process. This is a false statement. Why? Because crossing over is mediated by the enzyme recombinase, which is involved in this genetic recombination that is occurring there. So statement C भी यहाँ पे false है. Crossing over is the exchange of sister chromatid of homologous pairs of chromosomes. This is a wrong statement. Why? Because when we are asked to define crossing over, a proper description is going to be, it is the exchange of genetic material between non-sister chromatids of homologous chromosomes. तो यहाँ पे sister chromatid बोला है, मतलब गलत हो रहा है. So question 112, the correct answer should be option A. Now question 113, hormones and their functions match करना है. Number A, auxin. This can be used as a herbicide, so that will result in weed-free lawns, so A4. Abscisic acid, it's involved in the closing of stomata, so B3. Ethylene, this is involved in the process of fruit ripening, so C5. Gibberellic acid is involved in the process of bolting in case of plants like cabbage, so D2. And cytokinin, the first cytokinin, which was kinetin, that was isolated from herring sperm DNA, so E1. तो मैच अगर हम लोग अभी यहाँ पे करें A4, B3, C5, D2, E1, तो हमारा करेक्ट आंसर यहाँ पे क्या बन रहा है? ऑप्शन A. Now in question 114, this is related to the anther walls. Microsporangium is generally surrounded by 4 wall layers. Which of the following 3 wall layers perform the function of protection and help in the dehiscence of anther to release the pollen? तो protection की अगर बात हो रही तो definitely outermost layer epidermis वहाँ पे involve होगा. Along with that, what we notice is the 2 other layers जो protection plus dehiscence में help करेगा, they are going to be the middle layers and the endothecium. So question 114, the correct answer should be option D. Now 115, dioecious plants such as papaya and date palm prevent. So in a dioecious plant like papaya or date palm, what will happen is male and female flowers, they're going to be present on separate plant bodies. So it means definitely autogamy is going to be prevented. Along with that, because the 2 flowers are present on separate plant bodies, geitonogamy is also prevented in such cases. So it means both autogamy and geitonogamy can be prevented. 115, the correct answer should be option C. Now 116, which of the given branches of science was developed during the period of Human Genome Project? So Human Genome Project में जो large amount of data extract हुआ था, उस data को store करने के लिए, उसके analysis के लिए required development in the field of different softwares, computer science technology. So ये जो integration हो रहा था biology with computer science, this particular field was called to be bioinformatics. So question 116, the correct answer should be option B, bioinformatics. Now question 117, capping is defined as a process in which, so what happens in capping is it's a post-transcriptional modification where a modified nucleotide is added to the 5' end of the hnRNA. So what exactly is this modified nucleotide added? That modified nucleotide is methyl guanosine triphosphate. So option B and D दोनों में आ रहा है methyl guanosine triphosphate. And addition हो कहाँ पे रखा है? So capping, it's almost like you're putting a cap on the head of that RNA. Yes, head of the RNA कौन होगा? 5' end. So option B should be the correct answer here. Now 118, match the column. Exon coding sequence A1 match हो गया. Intron is a non-coding sequence B2. Genetic code consists of triplet bases on mRNA C3 and DNA packaging directly match हो रहा है nucleosome, so D4. So this was a very easy question over here. So A1, B2, C3, D4. So 118, the correct answer should be option C. Now, question number 119 is related to the genetic disorder thalassemia and along with that sickle cell anemia. So, thalassemia and sickle cell anemia are caused due to problems in globin molecule. Select the correct statement. So, in both thalassemia and sickle cell anemia, the globin molecule is affected, but the difference is thalassemia is considered to be a quantitative defect of globin, while sickle cell anemia is considered to be a qualitative defect of globin. तो अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे मैच करें, thalassemia is a quantitative defect in globin, while SCA, sickle cell anemia, is qualitative. So, question 119, the correct answer should be option C. Now, question number 120, select the incorrect statement regarding prokaryotic ribosomes. 50S and 30S subunits unite to form 70S subribosomes. True. Ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis. True. Polysomes indicate synthesis of identical polypeptides in multiple copies. True. Polysome consists of many ribosomes attached to tRNA. This statement is false. Why? Because instead of tRNA, this should have been mRNA. So 120, the answer should be option D. Now question 121, this is related to age pyramids. So here what we are observing is the very first pyramid. It seems it has a broad base, pre-reproductive, the number is more than reproductive. It means in future this particular population will keep on increasing or growing. So this is an expanding population. The second one, pre-reproductive and reproductive, almost equal amount. So it means this population, the net change is not going to be much. So more or less population long term में हमें stable दिखेगा. So B should be stable. In the third one, pre-reproductive has a lesser amount of members in comparison to reproductive. So it means in near future what can happen is this population, it can decrease or it can decline. So C यहाँ पे declining होगा. So question 121, the correct answer is option A. Now, question number 122, the primary productivity depends upon. So, primary productivity of any kind of ecosystem, that will be dependent mostly upon the producers. So, photosynthetic capacity of plants. But along with that, for plants to perform proper photosynthesis, the availability of nutrients in that ecosystem is also going to be important. So, it means A and B, दोनों का यहाँ पे important role होने वाला है. So, our correct answer should be option C, which is both A and B. Now question number 123, the functional components of ecosystems are. So for any ecosystem there are 4 major functional components. So what are these 4 major functional components? Productivity, decomposition, nutrient cycling and energy flow. So A, B, C, D ये हो रहा है. So इसका मतलब the correct answer should be option B. Now question number 124, which one is not an example of alien species invasion? So the introduction of an exotic or an alien species which is harmful for the native ecosystem, which is not such an example. So Triticum aestivum is what? That is the common wheat that we consume, which is not considered to be an alien species invasion. So question number 124, the correct answer should be option D, Triticum or wheat. 125, which of the following bacteria are responsible for the production of biogas from the dung of cows and buffaloes? So cow dung से जो भी biogas production हो रहा है, so the gas which is produced over there, it's mostly rich in methane. So it means the group of bacteria we are talking about is methanogenic bacteria or methanogens. So 125, the correct answer should be option C. Question 126, in which algae sexual reproduction is oogamous and accompanied by complex post-fertilization development? तो ये वाला जो description हो रहा है, this is for Rhodophyceae, red algae. So out of these 4 options, you just need to identify which is a member of red algae. So that is going to be Porphyra. So 126, the correct answer should be option D, Porphyra. 127, which of the following statements is correct? The core of cilium or flagellum is the basal body. No, the core is actually called to be axoneme. Ileoplast store starch where aleuroplast store proteins. Ileoplasts are not involved in starch storage, they are involved in the storage of lipids. Starch storage is done by amyloplasts. Membranous extensions into the cytoplasm in cyanobacteria which contain pigments are called chromatophores. This statement is correct. Acrocentric chromosomes have only one arm. This is false. That is the description of a telocentric chromosome. So हमें correct statement पूछा है 127. The correct answer should be option C. Now question 128, which of the following phases lasts for more than 95% of the duration of cell cycle? So a large time of the cell cycle that is taken up by the preparation phase, which is nothing but interphase. So question number 128, the correct answer should be option D. Now question number 129, the breakdown of proton gradient results in the formation of. So this is a description related to the chemiosmotic hypothesis which is associated with the production of ATP. So proton gradient break होके यहाँ पे क्या बनेगा? ATP. So 129, the correct answer should be option D. Now question 130, the formation of acetyl coenzyme A from pyruvic acid is the result of its. So in this reaction what will happen is in pyruvic acid, one thing that will happen is pyruvic acid का oxidation होगा, उस oxidation की वजह से यहाँ इस particular step में NADH बनता है. On the other hand, pyruvic acid is a 3 carbon molecule, acetyl coenzyme A is a 2 carbon molecule. So एक carbon का removal हुआ है वहाँ पे in the form of carbon dioxide, that is decarboxylation. So oxidation and decarboxylation दोनों हो रहा है. So option D, oxidative decarboxylation. Now question number 131, ये growth related हो रहा है. Increased vacuolation, cell enlargement and new cell wall deposition are the characteristics of cell in phase of growth. So which phase of growth will show these characteristics? That is the phase of elongation or enlargement. So question 131, the correct answer is option B. Question 132, it's a numerical related to genetics. A female, so सबसे पहले मैंने consider कर लिया that normal XX condition whose father was colorblind. So if this particular lady, her father was colorblind, so it means father का यहाँ पे genotype क्या होता? XCY. तो ये वाला जो X chromosome है, this lady she definitely would have inherited it. So एक mutated copy यहाँ पे present है. Since no information has been given about her mother, so we're going to consider this person to be a carrier of colorblindness. Now this lady she marries a normal male. तो एक्स वाई कंडीशन हमने कंसिडर कर लिया. जैसे नॉर्मल बोल दिया मतलब डेफिनेटली कोई म्यूटेशन नहीं आ रहा है. सो इफ यू क्रॉस चेक whose father was also color blind. So this person, his father was color blind. But this is not going to have any impact. Why? Because from father to son the inheritance occurs of the Y chromosome. So definitely this person doesn't have any mutation. Now if we are looking at the probability of their children having any condition, these are the two female gametes and these are the two male gametes. तो अभी के लिए अगर हमने combination यहाँ पे किया, so daughters का जो combination बना, normal without any mutation, normal but a carrier. The first son is going to be normal and the probability of the second son, this might be colorblind. Now in the question it's asked about the daughter. What is probability that their daughter will be colorblind? So what we are observing here is that none of their daughters have the probability of being born with color blindness. So it means the answer here should be option A, 0%. So 132, the answer is option A. Now question 133, DNA and RNA differ from each other with respect to. So between the two nucleic acids, there is no difference in its phosphate group. तो phosphate वाला option यहाँ पे हम लोग remove कर सकते हैं. The first major difference between DNA and RNA is its sugar. DNA contains deoxyribose, whereas RNA contains ribose. So definitely sugar. The other difference is going to be with respect to a particular pyrimidine. DNA में जो pyrimidine है, that is thymine. RNA में जो pyrimidine हो रहा है, that is uracil. So इसका मतलब nitrogen base and sugar में difference आ रहा है. Question 133, the correct answer should be option D. Now question 134 from ecology, the term the evil quartet is related to. So evil quartet includes what? Habitat loss and fragmentation, overexploitation of resources, alien species invasion, co-extinction. तो ये जो 4 points यहाँ पे आ रहे हैं, they are called to be evil quartet. Why? Because they are considered to be the major causes, the 4 major causes of biodiversity loss. So question number 134, the correct answer should be option D. Now the last question 135, this is a numerical from cell cycle. If a gamete contains 20 picogram DNA, तो गैमेट में बता रहा है कि 20 pg DNA already present है. So ये haploid content बताया जा रहा है. Yes, after completion of meiosis. Then what was the DNA content in the parent cell at G2 phase? So it means DNA replication के ठीक बाद जब double DNA content है सेल में तब कितना DNA रहा होगा. तो अभी अगर हम लोग यहाँ से backtrack करें तो meiosis 2 कंप्लीट होने से पहले, तो ये तो मियोसिस 2 का प्रोडक्ट है राइट, उससे अगर मैंने एक स्टेप यहाँ पे आगे तुम्हारा बैक ट्रैक किया तो मियोसिस 2 कंप्लीट होने से पहले, तो एरो अगर मैंने इस तरीके से बनाया है तो तुम ऐसा सोचो मियोसिस 2 कंप्लीट होने से पहले डीएनए का अमाउंट कितना होगा, इसका डबल रहा होगा, सो दैट इज गोइंग टू बी 40 पिकोग्राम। यस, नाउ इसके आगे हम लोग क्या देखेंगे कि मियोसिस 1 खत्म होने के बाद तो ये हाफ हुआ होगा, तो मतलब मियोसिस 1 से पहले ये डीएनए का अमाउंट कितना रहा होगा, 80 पिकोग्राम रहा होगा। सो इट मीन्स ये जो 80 पिकोग्राम डीएनए है दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन। तो अगर G2 फेज में 80 पिकोग्राम डीएनए है तो अब अगर तुम आगे जाओ मियोसिस 1 के बाद वो 40 होता, मियोसिस 2 के बाद वो 20 होता, तो इसका मतलब व्हाट शुड बी द आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन, द आंसर शुड बी ऑप्शन ए, 80 picogram. So I hope all your doubts have been cleared after this discussion. Good luck for your next exam. Thank you.